I remember when I first ran into Skaven 30 years ago, the mid-90s. I was working at a comic book store in Fort Worth, trying to get through my PhD, and on one wall, just a small section, they had the Warhammer stuff. Blister packs, a few books, not much, but it was there. I'd stand there during slow hours, just look at them. They looked pretty cool. The Skaven Army book caught my eye, and it all looked really neat, but also a little intimidating. Not just the game, but the idea that you had to paint these things. And I remember thinking, I don't know if I can do that. But wow, it did look cool. And then, one of the issues of White Dwarf ran an article on how to paint Skaven. And I thought, maybe I could do that. And at some point, I just decided to try. I bought some paints, picked up an Icket claw, and somehow I pulled it off. People at the store said I did pretty good, and that kind of stuck with me. And that was it. I started picking up more models, building an army, playing with some friends there at the store. And honestly, I was terrible at the game. My strategy and tactics they're not good. Most of my wins came down to luck. The winds of magic, a good roll on the doom wheel, something going right when it probably shouldn't have, and at the time, that felt right for Skaven. Back then, they were chaos. They still are, but back then they were bright colors, wild ideas, things going wrong in ways that somehow still worked. And then the game changed. New edition, new rules, everything we had just kind of stopped mattering. And life moved on as well. Some of the nerd herd moved, and some stuff got boxed up, some of it sold, some of it lost. It all got stored at Chris's, and for a long time, that was it. Then in 2023, I found my way back into it. I was putting together a miniature painting class, and I thought, I wonder what this looks like now. So I walked back into a store, and everything had changed. It felt like waking up out of a coma after 3 decades. Now, I started small. Just some paints, some cheap models I found online for the class, and, we just started painting. But I kept going back into the store. And on the back wall, I saw the Skaven and Visigscour. I joked that it started whispering to me to take it home. I didn't buy it right away. Same hesitation as before. Then one day, I joke, it hissed at me. It said, take me home. And I did. And I took my time with it, terrified I was going to screw up this very expensive model. Watching tutorials, borrowing ideas, trying to figure out what I wanted it to look like. Sometimes painting just one piece in a night. And when it came together, I realized something. I could still do this. So, I went back. I picked up a Deathmaster. Then I dug out one of my old models, Smitch, from years ago. And I looked at it and just thought, oh God, this is bad. So, I found another one online, same model, and painted again with the new paints. And it was completely different. Back then, everything was bright. Yellows, reds, greens, loud, chaotic, fun. But these paints, they let you go deeper. More control, more subtlety, more weight. And somewhere along the line, one project turned into another. Stormcast, the Screaming Bell, Gnawholes, Terrain, the Chapel, the Tower. Then came the idea of a fortress. And suddenly, this wasn't just painting anymore. It was building something. So when I came back to the Skaven, they didn't feel the same. Not the way I remembered them. This time, I didn't want the chaos to feel playful. I wanted it to feel inevitable, dirty, grimy, like something that lives in the dark too long, something that takes itself very seriously until the moment everything goes wrong. And this is what it looks like.
It is time to send scouts deeper into the cave.